Good morning, everyone. My name's Amanda Campbell, and I'm an MS ambassador. And I'm blown away by the amount of participants supporting MS today. Thank you guys so much. I feel so blessed to be able to stand up in front of you all today because MS in the past has challenged my abilities in many ways. So I'll just take 1 minute to share some interesting facts about MS for you. Every working day, 4 people are diagnosed with MS in Australia. MS is a chronic neurological disease that randomly attacks the central nervous system, that being the brain, the spinal cord and optic nerves. MS is a highly unpredictable condition and there is no known cause or cure for it. 2.5 million people worldwide are living with it and approximately 23,000 Australians have it, and so do I. So MS Australia provides education and support and services to people with MS. Thank you. Take 2. So MS Australia provides education and support and services to people with MS and their families, with our vision being to create a world free of MS. I would now like to share a snapshot of my journey with MS. So at the age of 24, I was a happy, determined, career-driven young woman, enjoying life in every way possible when I was diagnosed with MS. And while coming to terms with my diagnosis, I experienced episodes of numbness, balance issues, and weakness on the left-hand side of my body. At the age of 29, suddenly, I went from running around, dancing, living life to its fullest, to standing still in darkness. I went from feeling in complete control of my future to feeling totally helpless from a severe MS relapse that paralysed the entire left-hand side of my body. I spent nearly 2 months in rehab, learning how to use my hand again, learning how to pick things up, and learning how to walk again. But I had one focus alone. I was determined to leave hospital not only walking again, but running. And that is what I did. It wasn't the most graceful of runs. I definitely won't win medals for it. It was definitely an awkward looking run, but I was running. Now, it wasn't just me. Far from it. I did not achieve this all on my own. I had an amazing team of people behind me who assisted me and motivated me to believe that I could do it. I was blessed with physios, counsellors, speech therapists, occupational therapists, neurologists and kinesiologists, family and friends. I believe the key to my rapid recovery was diet changes and kinesiology that dramatically assisted improvement in mobility. So effectively that I went back to school and studied for a diploma in sports kinesiology. Kinesiology and the Dr. Wall's protocol that I follow, I believe, have kept my MS dormant for the past 4 years now. My journey to wellness has inspired me, so I now teach others with MS and other autoimmune diseases how I achieved this. There isn't a cure for MS just yet, but with your help and us all collectively getting together at events such as the 2014 MS Colour Dash, we will support research and we will find a cure. That is the journey we are all on today at the 2014 MS Colour Dash event. I had people stand with me when I couldn't stand, and that is what you guys are doing for all people with MS today. You're standing with them. Thanks for your participation, your time, and all of your energy. Thanks from the MS community and MS Australia. And please have fun today, guys. That's what it's all about at Colour Dash 2014. Thank you so much for caring.
I want to hear louder claps on that. Big round of applause for Amanda Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. It's fantastic, an inspiration right here. Now, if you don't mind, Amanda, I'd like to ask you a couple of questions. You mentioned a few things just in your speech there that got my brain ticking a little bit. Now, you mentioned you're doing sports kinesiology. Now, probably not everybody knows exactly what sports kinesiology is, the founding principles of it all. So do you want to give us like a little bit of a rundown of what it is?
Absolutely. Yeah, sports kinesiology is a fusion of sports science and kinesiology. So kinesiology is a form of Chinese medicine, and it allows us to access the subconscious part of your brain, which is where all the stress is, and we can, if we find the block from there, we can resolve a lot of physical symptoms in a very short explanation there.
That's a good explanation.
That was very cool.
Is it similar to acupuncture at all?
Yeah, very.
Excellent. There you go, similar to acupuncture. Another question for you. You mentioned that you do a lot of you maybe did a lot of changes to your nutrition. Just for anyone else out there that's living with MS, maybe you could give them some tips or maybe point them in the right direction of where they can seek similar help to you.
I was really lucky when I discovered Dr. Walls, who's a neurologist in the States, and she has progressive MS, and she got herself out of a wheelchair to bike riding, and I followed her nutrition protocol, which is an anti-inflammatory paleo diet, so no gluten, no dairy, no sugar, no grains. Just Google minding your mitochondria or Dr. Walls and you'll be able to find all the information there.
There you go, there's a bit of information. There's one more thing I'm going to ask you. What gets you through the good times, the times that might be a little bit harder? Who's your inspiration? What's your motivation? What really keeps you ticking through all of this? Because you seem like you're so determined and so you got so much energy. What's your secret?
Well, when something like what happened to me happens to you, you reevaluate your life and you realise a lot of things just aren't important when you can't walk and you lose your mobility, and so little things make me really happy now, and I just I want to be there for all people going through the same thing, because it's a very hard time. There's a lot of hiccups that everyone goes through with MS, and I'm really passionate about teaching everyone how I got well, because Dr. Walls has mimicked my results in a clinical trial in the States. A lot of people are benefiting from what she does, and kinesiology is amazing. So any information about kinesiology and me, you can find me on the Bend Like Bamboo Facebook page. So
fantastic, that's some really good information. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you here. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the beautiful Amanda. Fantastic, thanks very much.